Rock finally gets back the red cap he once gave Senna during their childhood, on the day she was bullied and shattered by being labeled the daughter of a murderer. Back then, by the lakeside, he had sung to comfort her. That moment became the beginning of Senna's love for him. Years later, when Rock asks why she always helps him, wondering if it's only because he is an idol, Senna says she helps him for who he truly is. He doesn't realize she is referring to that childhood day. Even after he pushes her away for breaking his trust, part of him always wants to stay close to her. Senna, however, keeps her distance so their lawyer-client relationship won't become more complicated. When he fires her as his lawyer, he even refuses to hire anyone else. When Senna hears from his manager that Rock is being questioned, she runs to him despite being hurt. But he coldly pushes her away again, telling her to stay away for his own good. Heartbroken, Senna decides to stop being his fan and throws away the merchandise she has collected over the years, including the red cap. When Rock later sees those things discarded outside her house, he is shaken, even though he was the one who told her to leave him alone. He still secretly follows her home, worried about her safety, especially when she is drunk, but Senna is already broken inside. Earlier, Senna had tried to protect Rock from Byung, a man just like his father, the one who falsely framed Senna's father and ruined their lives. She warns Byung not to repeat the same cruelty with Rock. After Rock becomes lawyerless, Senna goes to Haiju, Rock's ex-girlfriend, and asks her to arrange a defense lawyer. When Haiju asks why Senna quit, Senna admits she broke Rock's trust. Secretly relieved to see Senna step away, Haiju says she has already hired the best lawyer. She thanks Senna for protecting Rock all this time and reveals that Rock still can't forgive her for leaving him and going to the US, which broke him completely. Later, the truth comes out. It was Haiju's powerful father who forced her to leave Rock. He threatened to destroy Rock's life if she disobeyed. Now that everything is already in chaos, Haiju decides to fight for the man she loves, even threatening her father that she will harm herself if he touches Rock again. In pain, she tells her father he treats her this way because she is his illegitimate child. Haiju, too, is a victim. Still, she asks Senna never to meet Rock again since his contract with her is over. When Haiju later arranges a legal team for Rock, he refuses and walks away from her. Even so, he keeps thinking about Senna. Meanwhile, Jae-hee, who once testified against him, goes missing after leaving Senna a voicemail. Jae-hee had discovered that Rock was innocent and that Woo-sung had tampered with the file. He subtly accuses Gum Bo-sang in a phone call, then disappears. All suspicion falls on Rock. When Jae-hee is later found after a suicide attempt and admitted to the hospital, the emotional pressure nearly breaks Rock. As Senna returns home, worried about Rock and questioned by the police about the voicemail, she finds him cowering in the heavy rain outside her house. She runs to him, shielding him with her umbrella, but before he can explain why he came, he collapses from a high fever into her arms. Senna takes him inside and nurses him all night. She falls asleep beside him. In the morning, Rock wakes up, sees her next to him, gently touches her hair, and thanks her for staying by his side. Is this where their romance finally begins? Later, Rock takes Senna out. She tells him she is no longer his fan, only someone he can rely on. Rock is embarrassed by how he treated her, and though he won't admit it, he still wants her to like him because his feelings for her have already begun to grow. Meanwhile, Senna submits Jae-hee's voicemail to the police. Byung Jaeun's control over the case begins to weaken, and he again seeks his father's help to trap Rock. Rock, overwhelmed by being treated as guilty when he is innocent, breaks down. Senna then warns him about Gum Bo-sang and how he controls people in his agency, and about his possible role in Woo-sung's murder and Jae-hee's collapse. As things finally start to heal between Senna and Rock, new questions rise. Will Haiju make a cruel bargain with Senna, telling her to leave Rock if she truly wants to protect his career? Will Senna sacrifice her love for Rock's future? And will Byung Jaeun set yet another trap to destroy him?